Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, which means it is time to talk about some Digimon YouTube video comments on my channel. I had a few banger videos last week that did generate some discussion, so I tried to pick the best comments all around and go from there. And no, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Is killing Digimon video is not included in this week's comment review. That'll be in next week's, because the comments on that one are just pouring in. You have people that are saying, yeah, Mario, you're right, and you basically have people calling me Satan. So it's going to be a very interesting read for next week for sure, but you know, we do have some bangers this week, like should Mirage be banned? Bandai hates us. The baller, the video, the expensive stuff. They're just good videos. Scrambles. Good time. So let's get in there. If you guys want to be in this video, leave a comment. You might get in there. Of course, please like, comment, subscribe. Start with Oreo X1000. This is regarding the decks you'll never max rarity. Honestly, this video is an interesting one. Our locals occasionally talks about max rarities, and this video is kind of amusing for that reason alone. Would I want more? I don't know, but appreciate your time spent putting it together. God bless. Merry Christmas. Well, you know, Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. It's a week away, but there you go. People will talk about max rarity decks all the time in all card games, so it's something that always exists, which is always fun. So we'll see what happens with this, eh? Dino Wrestler says, then one man came forward in the Facebook group and slapped down Maximer Magna Angemon X. So, okay. So, I do give credit where credit is due, okay? And someone, Ezekiel here, says, when you watch Mario Felice's latest video, you take it personally. Let me know if you want to see Armor Vaccine. This guy here did do the full rarity yellow Magna X deck. This is Armor Rush. This is the Armor Rush version of it. But it is max rarity, including Lottery Imperial Paladin mode, Lottery Magna X's, Lottery Magnamons. Pretty much everything is max rarity. Now, you can have, like, the discussion, right? What's rarer? Pre-released X antibody or this one? You can have the conversation. Which trainings are max rarity in the conversations? Which blue boost is max rarity? This one or the collector binder one or whatever. But I think we can quibble over the sense and give this guy the credit he deserves. This is a very impressive max rarity Armor Rush list, if you're seeing this video. And good job. Good job. You proved me wrong, the only person who could. Benjamin Wiseman, while a lot of people did say they want to see this video again, Benjamin Wiseman says, honestly, no, I don't want to see more of these videos. They're not really helpful to anyone. If you can afford to pay $4,000 on a deck, you don't care about the market prices. Which, in a sense, is true. It's just a really funny comment. Like, no, don't show me these videos anymore. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do another one. Because after the video, I did think of 5 more decks for the decks in max rarity. So I definitely could do a sequel. I've also thought of the video the opposite. 5 decks anyone can max rarity. Because there are some very cheap decks in max rarity. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I do like the video idea. I think it's really, really cool at one time. Adam TCG, you failed to mention that the postal workers will be ordered back to work and card trading orders eventually. Okay, this is important. So, the Canada Post strike, as of the day recording this video, which is the Tuesday before, so whatever. You're seeing this the 18th. Today's the 17th. And the strike is over. They're spending the next 2 days catching up on orders, and then starting Thursday, they're doing new corporate orders, new commercial orders, and all that. So I'm just holding off a little bit longer because I don't want to get caught in the sauce. I do want to wait until next week. After Christmas, I am doing a Boxing Day sale. Dying here. So if you guys want to know more about that, I will surely advertise it as the days come. Do not worry. Oh, this is good water. 0 KO round 1. With how many listings for the cards that are actually up, the set is starting to smell like it might be short printed. Guess we will know in a week or two, but I expected the Ruin Mode price to shift a little bit since you only want 2 copies. I would imagine most committed players already own their copies. I can tell you that there are Canadian stores in my drivable distance that still have this product sitting on the shelves. So it's not short printed, but I do think it's one of the fastest selling products we've had ever in this game. So Just look around. You might be surprised on what you can find. That's all I'm going to say for that. Next, we have Jesse Grebe. I have a prediction if Digimon fixes the game. Hitting the hybrid and the rookie push up Mirage and Fenrir decks so there's actual interaction in the game, I think Death X could actually spike. Card great in fair metas, and unfair metas is mid. This is technically a true statement. However, I would not put my money on Bandai fixing the game. I would not. I just wouldn't. That. It sucks to hear, but putting money in Death Xmon because you think Bandai might fix the game seems like a fool's errand. Now, I'm not saying that it's not impossible, but I think it's unlikely. There are much more stable predictions out there that I would put my money into other than Death Xmon. Blake Goki. It's been 1,022 days since Razamon was printed. This guy is basically turning into the Pain 96 for Volcanic support. And he's right. It's been quite a long time since Razamon was printed. I do expect a new one to come out soon, which is nice. But he's right. So this guy will keep commenting on my videos until Razamon is printed. And we'll just follow it along here and there as we go to keep him updated. Robert Weaver. Gee, I sure can't wait for Ruin Mode loop. I wasn't sure if this was in reference to the Talmon loop deck or in reference to scrambles that can recycle Ruin modes. I can't remember. I don't know where he's going with this, so I'll address both. Talmon loop is degenerate. It fucking sucks. It shouldn't exist. I hope it gets banned before it gets here. As for recycling Ruin modes with scrambles, yeah, it sucks, but it is the way it is. And I don't really have anything cool. I will actually, if I can make your life harder for a second, we are in the kitchen and we are cooking, and something interesting is the Mastermon Star Deck Junomon. When Digivolving trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then return Digimon from trash to your hand. So like what you can do is like Junomon mill, get your Ruin modes back. Between scramble usage and things like calling, you can actually just reliably Ruin mode over and over and over again. You also have things like Lilithmon, which can add back your scrambles, and you have Avenged Kidmon to bomb deck your options. Now that's a very old strat, the Avenged Kid Juno thing, so you never deck out. But we are in the kitchen and we've turned up the heat and we've put the ingredients in the pan. It works. In a meta with scrambles, being able to constantly Ruin mode is just really good. So I'm just gonna share that. You guys do what you want to do with that. But I have a list coming to the YouTube membership really soon because it hit the 69 win rate % threshold on the meta decks of the format. So YouTube members, you can look forward to that very soon. And if you're not a YouTube member, you should join because now that the new cards are out, there'll be deck lists uploaded. It's cancer. It really sucks, but it exists, and you're welcome if that's the kind of thing you're into. So yeah, sorry about this guy. On both ends, either Talmon loop or this shit. Yeah, it feels bad. I know. This is Digimon now, though. This is the game we've chosen to commit to. Andre Morales 8027 says, honestly, scrambles are really good for fun decks. It's a shame that Digimon has so many fun decks be basically tier 6 and are really bad compared to the meta because I usually find them to be the more fun part of the deck. Maybe it's just the lower power that they actually gives you and the opponent the chance to play the game. Also, Bunny Gang here. I'm always thinking about Angoromon. I actually built a version of the deck with a bit of Vortex cards like Grand Galemon. It wasn't so bad. Hoping for more support in BT21. Maybe they give all the 3 Ghost Game decks some support, and that's it. I assume they will. But going back to this, I think it's really true. Scrambles really do help the rogue decks. The problem is they also help the tier 1 decks, and they amplify their power level to obscene, absurd, crazy levels. So it's not actually fun. You know what I mean? Like, I love playing the Green Bunnies. I really do. But you can't play that deck against Mirage or Lugamon. It's just not an experience that you want to have. I would rather put an ice pick in my ear if I'm being honest with you. So this comment really hits home the epitome of the problem with scrambles, and I hope more people can actually see that. Next up, Antics. Love a good baller watch for the ballers and shot callers. I love Antics. Oh, God. You make my day, sir, every time you speak. Duez Machina. The baller market watch should be a monthly vid. I think it's going to be from now on. I think every month I will do a baller watch. Kind of like how every month I do a sealed market watch. I think it's just cool. I also have ideas for other market watches, like little random things here and there. So look forward. I'm just going to be spicing up the market watch game. I mean, I'm already the market watch guy, but we're going to be spicing it up. And it's going to be cool. The Go Do T96. Duty. Oh, that's funny. Don't grab single scrambles. Save for memory boosts. You get 2 of each card for every LM booster box. Buy 2 booster boxes. You place of everything. I agree with this on the whole. If you need scrambles, if you need everything, buy 2 boxes. But if you don't, like if you're only ever going to play, say, red and purple or whatever, then go ahead and buy the scrambles and call it a day because you'll save more money that way. But if you need everything, 2 boxes. Buy the Altarts you want separately, call it a day is what I would do. I recommend. Dino Wrestler. He made so many good comments, he gets a second appearance on this video. It's like this. If you could convince the people making moronic decisions not buy the presale, they should run for politics. Because there are people that you can lay all the facts out on the table to, they still won't acknowledge them. They can be wrong, and you are right 10 times, and they'll pull some BS excuses out. No matter how many times they fuck themselves over. They don't want their broken mind fixed, they just can't admit they were wrong. This is a real problem with the world in general. I don't want to get too deep into anything on this comment. What I will say is I know that sometimes I'm speaking to the air. I know that some people just will not listen. I also know that my videos don't get out to the people that need it, right? I know that there are stores out there, major stores out there, that have bread and butter on pre-sales, and they're milking the ill-informed consumer. And it sucks, and I fucking hate it. People that I know, that I'm acquaintances or friends with, work in these bigger stores, list the pre-sales, and take advantage of people. And it pisses me off. It really does. There are certain things that get my blood boiling. That's one of them. So, you know, think about politics, right? It's about getting your message out there and people seeing your message. You so, like I'll give an example about politics. Take the 2024 election. You know, Kamala's campaign spent over $1 billion in like 3 months just advertising, trying to get her message out there, and didn't do shit because you guys voted for the other guy. And like, I'm not gonna get into that on this video. This is not a politics channel, but like, you could have the most money in the world, get your message out there, and people still will not give a fuck. What's important is that you need to get your message to the people that need to see your message. That's the trick. That's it. So I'm hoping that one day, maybe if Bandai fixes Digimon, I can take things a little more seriously again, and I can really get my videos out to the people who need to see them. Because the same people who watch my videos over and over and over again know to not buy the pre-sales. But you have to get these videos in front of people that don't watch my videos, that don't know who I am, so that they can save money and they can see, okay, if I would have bought the pre-sales, I would have spent $100 more than I spent actually. And they need to make those connections in their heads. I feel like I ranted a little bit, but I do feel like I made my point pretty clear. It's a thing to work on. Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Mox Moonstone, Lugamon is just unfun and unfair. LOL. Yes, it is. It is not fun. It is not fair. And it is just another problem on Digimon's belt. Just another problem. Just another shitty thing. Melgus, Bandai wants to know where you live. Bandai knows. Bandai can find me. I know. All right. Last comments today are about my Mirage Galgamon Needs to Go video. Most of the internet in the Digimon trading card game world actually agrees that something in the deck needs to be hit. And Master Link TM says, are there really people that don't think it needs to go? To which Opossum says, yes, and I have no doubt that the guy that banned limit cards is a main Mirage. That's just really funny. Yes, me, because I'm coping. Don't ban my favorite deck. Honestly, don't understand the hatred this card gets. There are far more problematic cards in the game. He starts talking about Davis Kenru and whatever. The problem with this is Bandai's ban lists are inconsistent. They don't usually hit the bigger problem. I invite you to try to prove me wrong. There are some examples, I will admit, where they did hit the bigger problem. Like, they fucked Apocalypse, they fucked Anubismon. Those were good ideas, retrospectively speaking. In the moment, they sucked because it ruined the value of the set for a lot of people, but those were the right cards to hit, and they hit them. They also hit things like MDF, which I think was important. HPD, I think is important. But sometimes their hits are a little bit like, why? They could hit other things, or they just choose not to. Like, I still don't understand why I didn't hit BT16 Ukomon. I don't get it. I really don't. And I understand that the other Ukomon and Louis, I get that. That's fine. Those are good hits. But, like, why they don't hit certain cards boggles my mind. It is more what I want to say. I'm rambled to get to that point. And the cards that they're hitting do help the game get a little healthier, but they're also not hitting cards that keep the game unhealthy. Which is going to come back to a comment shortly, so I'll come back to that point in a second. This guy here just says Exabal is pretty gross in my opinion. That's too much. I agree. It just sucks. And lastly, Zenitsu gets the last comment of the day. And this links to kind of what I was saying. I'm up for a fully nuclear ban list. I think the Red Light Claw Night Fang Tamer needs to go along with BT11 Mirage and BT16 Galgamon. All three of them are all too good. Obviously more stuff needs to go to in order to make the game healthy. I've only been saying this since BT16 as the game only seems to be getting worse and more toxic with each passing set. Thank you. It's so nice to know that I'm not alone in my thoughts. I know I'm not. I'm being overly dramatic. But it's true. It sucks. And it's only getting worse. Have you guys read Ganku X BT20? Have you read that card? If you haven't read that card, I invite you to go and read that card. Because it's cards like that that are the problem. And I know you people are going to say, oh, there are worse cards. It's not about that. Yeah, there are better cards. But it's about what the game is trying to set up. What the game is actually doing. It's not good. It's just only getting worse. And we don't even know half of BT20 yet. There might be some other insane nonsense. We might get some Alphamon or Yukon mode that's just like, fuck your mom. And I'd hate to see that. You know what I mean? Or just like Lugamon needs more support. Like, really? Really Lugamon needs support? Like, you know what I mean? So, and I am dreading BT21 based on what we know. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm not gonna doom post. It's not about that. But every set gets unhealthier and unhealthier. They add a whole new slew of cards that are just bad card design, uninteractive, and just a pain in the ass to deal with. And it's just only getting worse. A nuclear ban list, a reset would fix it. Could fix it. It'll never happen though, because Bandai just won't do that. They're not like Yu-Gi-Oh! They're not like Magic. I don't know if you guys noticed the last Magic list, but the One Ring got banned in Modern because that card was toxic as fuck. An absolutely terribly designed card. And I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, and I can acknowledge that that card should never have been printed in the first place. Along with other hits as well, and they unbanned certain cards that are viable now because of power creep. But they actually banned cards. And they actually banned cards that matter. That actually help the game progress in Modern. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Also just had a nuclear ban list. Like, a nuclear ban list they had. They banned a lot of cards. Yes, it was to sell their new product. Yes, that's fine. But they're willing to have big ban lists to reset formats to fix problems. which Bandai doesn't seem like they want to do. They've done it in One Piece. I can give them credit for that. But they've barely scratched the surface of Digimon. And now the game's too far gone. Like, what are you going to do? Ban everything? No, they're not going to do that. So anyway, that'll do for today. I do think, like, if there's any time for a nuclear ban list, it is now, before unification happens and before everyone gets BT21. That would be the best case scenario, because Bandai can say, yep, we're wiping the slate clean. Everyone can start fresh with BT21, and we go from there. I doubt it's going to happen. We'll probably get a ban list, but it's probably not going to be anything crazy. It's probably just going to hit the shit. Like, Mirage is probably going to go. Cerberus X is probably going to go. A couple other cards. But like, nothing insane. Anyway, that'll do for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!